alcohol, substance abuse has made lives of very many people to change in different parts of the world. It's a global issue, and those people just need hope so that they can be able to continue also feeling appreciated in society. Let us give them a chance to live a life where they do not relapse. Ladies and gentlemen, I take this opportunity to welcome you to our video today. We are going to talk about alcohol and substance misuse. There's a beacon of hope. Listen and save millions. I must say, we have always known that the person who's an addict got into it by choice. And that is the mistake most of us have been making. The persons never got there by choice. Some of them got there because they received a prescription from the doctor, and as a result of continued use of certain drugs, they got addicted to those drugs. Now, they added themselves a situation whereby they are again going to be assisted in medical institutions to get out of those substances. And that's why we are here today to say it's not all darkness. There is light at the end of the tunnel. I know most of us have brothers, have sisters, have mothers and fathers abusing alcohol and substances. Let us know that when we communicate to those people who have been abusing alcohol and substances and are still in that condition, we need to communicate kind words that are not derogatory. The way we communicate without shouting, appreciating the person has inherent dignity from birth, then the person will see he has value and will listen to you very well. Appreciate the person has strengths and weaknesses like any other normal person. Understand it is not a choice to be an addict. When you understand that person from that point of view, then the person is going to feel to belong. The person will feel I'm being loved. The person will feel I'm supported. So he'll try to adhere to what you are telling him on each advice you are giving the person, and whatever you tell him today, tomorrow, and the next day, on day-to-day basis. Let us try to shift from hopeless to hopeful. When we shift from a hopeless situation, it means we are seeing hope at the end of what we are doing, not just disillusionment. Alcohol and substance misuse is not a permanent condition. We have rehabilitation homes, we have counseling services, we have medical places where people go and they get a chance to be treated. The doctor works with the nutritionist, and as a result of working together, the nutritionist plans a diet. Then the recovery process actually even becomes faster. The attitude at home becomes positive. Then the person will not die, but instead the person will feel, I need to change. Let us embrace the family member and move towards love, towards care. Let us include the person in all that we do, and that is the support that he needs. When he sees you are including him in a budget, he sees you are including him in day-to-day small activities that you are doing, he feels appreciated, he feels taken care of, because that inclusivity makes his psychology feel, you mean I'm still needed in this home, I'm still needed in this workplace, I'm still needed in this class, because people are in that situation at different ages. Remember, addiction knows no economic class or education level. In fact, you end up getting a professor is in it, you get a person who had just retired at the non-mandatory retirement age has succumbed into being an addict. It has succumbed into being an abuser of alcohol and substances. So is the rich person and the person with lesser income. All those people belong to this world. Let us appreciate them and embrace them as members of our households, members of our village, our community, our society, our country, and the global village. It is important to listen to the affected person. When you listen to the person, you save the millions. Why? The person will feel he's integrating in the community, he's integrating in the family, in the class, and in the workplace. He'll not feel alone. The fact that the person does not feel alone is light in itself at the end of the tunnel. The person will try to do the way he is informed at the hospital, at the family, in a class setup, in a dormitory setup, in a rehabilitation center setup, and in different places. And the person will try to endeavor to improve. It is not darkness to have a member of the family being a dependent of alcohol and substances. That member is one of us. We are budgeting for that member. We are planning for his situation, and we are making his recovery to be core in the family. Once you make that recovery to be core in the family, then I can assure you are helping the person very much, because he'll feel I'm still needed. You leave him out, he becomes part of the statistics of the many who have died as a result of misuse of alcohol and substances. And remember, misuse of alcohol and substance is worth surviving. Help the person to join support groups. These support groups have persons who are going to talk to their peer, who are going to tell him or her they've been in that situation before and now they're surviving simply because they listened. They're in fact ambassadors of what it means to be a misuser, of what it means to be an abuser, of what it means to be an addict, and they use polite words, not words like addict, not words like abuser, better words to help their colleague get out of the situation. Let us avoid negative thoughts towards a person with alcohol and substance issues, as the addiction itself makes the person a patient. You are not dealing with a person who is totally normal. You are dealing with a person who can overdose himself. You are dealing with a person who can hang himself. And you are dealing with a person who needs, as per situation analysis, to be seeing a medical practitioner now and then. Don't be the doctor yourself at household level. Do what the doctor says. If you notice the condition is deteriorating, make the person reach the right place. We are the ones to help the alcohol and substance misuser to be socially acceptable in society. If we label him as a misuser, then the person gets the stigma. So getting out becomes a big issue. It will not be easy. Initiate tangible, homegrown solutions as per the situational analysis. Intervention should be sustainable to the dependents. Don't start something and then say it is too expensive. As per the medical and practitioner's advice, the nutritionist's advice, start what you can sustain. The psychologist will tell you how you should deal with the person, and remember, symptoms differ from one person to another, and are also dependent on what organ of the body is most affected. A person who is anemic is different from a person who is obese. So whatever they'll be doing in their dependency differ from situation to situation. Remember, one is going through a crisis. So it is you who is next to that person who can increase chances for treatment and prevention of relapse. If you cheer up the person will not feel condemned. The person will feel they're one of you. It is actually we who are next to the person, who work with that person, who stay with that person, who go to hostel and meet that person, who can help him reach his wish of leading a normal life. At household level, we need to develop milestones of helping our colleague. Let us keep on encouraging him, even if it's going for some sports, do them within what he can manage. Encourage by giving incentives for him achieving certain performance targets. You know, you have already helped the person to start seeing his problem, and now he owns his problem. Let us work with him towards normal life, towards recovery. It is a family win to take one through addiction to normalcy. You know, a village which is referred to as that area where people abuse alcohol and substances, they don't feel good with that label of a place for persons who abuse substances or a place for persons who are drug addicted. Let us work together and reduce mortality. Remember, if we don't arrest the situation to normalcy by showing that person there's light at the end of the tunnel, this person ends up being part of the statistics, global statistics, of people who have lost their lives as a result of alcohol and substances. Remember to listen and not give up. If we listen, we save billions of money. Different countries' budget, different employers' budget, different households' budget. Your plan, your budget actually is not in futility, is to help someone recover from a life of being a misuse of alcohol and various substances to a normal life. And that can only happen if we listen, if we help the person walk the next step to recovery, reduce the alcohol, reduce the substance, and with medical guidance, be able to do what is right, help him get the right diet, and he'll just be like any other person. So the beacon of hope comes with us listening and saving millions that could otherwise be used up in futility if the right steps are not followed. Ladies and gentlemen, if I ask you to like, share, and subscribe to my video. We've come to the end of our video today, and the next video will be soon out. If you subscribe, you'll get to be notified when it is coming out. Thank you.